Well, viewers and subscribers, Miss Susan Rodriguez is the Minister of Tourism. She once was the Minister of Housing. Definitely is in the hot seat, whereby she's getting exposed from left to right. We see whereby Mohamed came out with some receipts again for Miss Susan of owning properties in the US of A. No, Mr. Mohamed said that she got a property in America here in Florida, cost 540,000 US. That's equivalent to 116 million Guyana dollars. Wow. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fire Feeling Clips TV. The boy in the building. We got some more topics for you today. And I know you guys ain't gonna wanna miss out on this. So like I said, if it's your first time over here, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, put your post notification bell on so you'll be notified first when we drop a brand new upload or we go live. You know the code, alright? See we're going on. Don't we waste no time. Let's get into Mr. Mohamed right now. Why is he exposed Miss Rodriguez more? Let's get this.
This is what corruption looks like under the PPP government. Minister Susan Rodriguez, your level of corruption continues to grow to the point where we cannot even begin to address the corruption of your other colleagues in the PPP. The Guyanese people deserve answers as to how you and your wife acquired the funds to purchase a property.
She ain't your wife. Wait, this girl thought what's going is this here? No. I know IT we're going on. Oh, yeah, okay. You know, like when you wire money, I like money laundering, right? You know, money laundering is good. They wire money in different accounts, and then at the end, you collect everything, give everybody a little piece, whatever. This coming like a wiring. And she put the property in her wife name, thinking that, you know what I mean, nothing not gonna really trace back to her.
In the United States, located at 8601 Northwest 46th Court, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33351, which was purchased on March 11, 2024 for 540,000 US dollars, the equivalent of 116 million Guyana dollars. This property is one of several US-based assets under your American investment shell company, Revel Investments, LLC. According to records filed with the Florida Department of State, this shell company you created was incorporated on January 16, 2024, with registered owners listed as Susan Rodriguez and her spouse, Denisha Bob, now legally known as Denisha Rodriguez. The company's federal EIN is 99-101-8773. The listed mailing address for Revel Investments, LLC is 3550 Southwest 124th Avenue, Miramar, Florida, believed to be one of Susan's other U.S. properties. Additional records connect related correspondence to 3037 Southwest 179th Avenue, Miramar, Florida, an address associated according to the Northwest Homeowners Association with Durrani Tacordial, a South Florida realtor of Guyanese descent. License number 347-5349.
You know what you want to know is what Mohamed is getting his receipt from by. This is why he's studying like, you see when you got money, it's like 50 and puffy. When you got money, you get anything. You know it's money run the world by. You want to get files? Once your money right, files could run.
Employed by the Realty One Group. The property itself includes 3 bedrooms, 2 self-contained bathrooms, an electronic garage and balcony, central air conditioning, vaulted ceilings, walk-in closets, French doors, and high-impact hurricane-resistant windows. Features consistent with a prime investment property. Within just 2 months of the shell company creation, Susan has already figured out how to fund this shell company, created to siphon off hundreds of millions of Guyana taxpayer dollars to purchase prime real estate U.S. investment properties. What is most alarming is the method of payment. This transaction was executed with 100% equity. What this means is that this 540,000 US dollars were paid in full. A full purchase of this magnitude demands scrutiny on the source, movement, and legitimacy of the funds used by a public official. Guyanese need to know, is it liquid cash drugs money that was collected in the United States to purchase this property? Did these funds originate from Guyana? Which local bank facilitated the transfers? Why were such large transactions not flagged or reported to the Financial Intelligence Unit? Were local banks instructed to ignore standard anti-money laundering protocols? Were these funds routed through any third parties? If the money did not originate from Guyana, then what was its source? Were these funds derived from illicit activity, including narcotics trafficking? These are legitimate concerns that demand answers. Further, this matter now extends beyond Guyana. Transactions of this nature fall squarely within the jurisdiction of U.S. federal authorities, including the Department of Homeland Security, DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the FBI, and the IRS, Internal Revenue Service. Each of these agencies has a mandate to investigate unexplained wealth, cross-border financial transfers, money laundering, tax evasion, and the misuse of shell companies for illicit purposes. Finally, records show that the annual report for Revel Investments LLC filed with the Florida Department of State for the purpose of fee collection and compliance was electronically signed by you, Susan Rodriguez. This places you personally on record and directly accountable for the declarations made to U.S. authorities. Imagine if a junior minister like Susan can acquire such wealth from corrupt means, much less a senior minister. The Guyanese people are watching.
Hear that. If a junior, hey, we said like bounce it back.
Imagine if a junior minister like Susan can acquire such wealth from corrupt means, much less a senior minister.
You understand? If a junior minister like Susan could acquire all of that, I telling you, but it's sad. Yeah, man. Bread and bread is with these people them there upon, but it seems like it's just money.
The Guyanese people are watching and they are demanding answers. As the presumptive leader of the opposition, I am entrusted with an obligation to expose corruption and misuse of state resources to the Guyanese people. I would also urge the Integrity Commission to publish all submissions over the years. This will show if you're really serious about fighting corruption. You will recall over the last several weeks, I exposed the same minister who owns a massive apartment complex, a large, already substantial home with 6 high-end vehicles, and her mansion currently under construction. With all of this information, I therefore call on President Ali to launch a full investigation into Rodriguez's acquisition of wealth over the years of employment as a government minister with independent investigators, and to immediately relieve her of her minister duties until such investigation is done. Stay tuned for more exposure of corruption of ministers and their families.
Yo, I ain't gonna tell no lie, but big up Mr. Mohamed doing him work. The man a do him work. Yeah, man. The man doing his work. I don't care what nobody say. But it's crazy with we just now said it. If a junior minister could make in them money, what senior minister would they doing, bro? So let's see how he knows it by what? It's sad. Now we only got Mohamed upset with this. We got the honorable, you understand, Miss Simone Brooms. Definitely got something to say. This was off of HGP, Highly News. There we get this.
By no strip of imagination, to buy a place for $540,000, which is 113 and more million Guyana dollars. How is she going to afford to do that?
That was leader of the Assembly for Liberty and Prosperity, ALP, Simona Brooms, who reaffirmed that her party believes in the commitment to integrity, transparency, and accountability in public office. According to official government salary scales, a junior minister's net monthly salary is Guyana $1,608,214, resulting in an estimated net earnings of approximately Guyana $96.5 million over 5 years. At current exchange rates, Brooms reminded the overseas property in question is valued at approximately Guyana $113.4 million, a figure that exceeds 5 years of total net ministerial earnings before accounting for personal expenses.
The source of fund, where you get this money, how you get it, where's the paper trail behind this money? Susan should resign. Susan not only should resign, but there must be an investigation.
In addition to the foreign property, Brooms stressed that Rodriguez is alleged to be the owner of several multi-million-dollar properties in Guyana and a fleet of high-value vehicles. This raises a legitimate public question. How can such assets be financed on a minister's salary alone? Brooms is of the view that the Guyanese people deserve clear and verifiable answers. The ALP therefore calls on Minister Susan Rodriguez to 1. Publicly account for the full source of funds used in the acquisition of the overseas property and other major assets. 2. Release a complete and verifiable paper trail, including mortgage instruments, loan agreements, repayment schedules, and declared assets. 3. Confirm compliance with all statutory disclosure requirements, including filings with the Integrity Commission. And finally, submit to an independent review of the transactions to remove any perception of conflict or influence. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Well, as you guys just know, heard Miss Simone Brooms. At least everybody coming out and talk about this because this is very strange. How? Or remember Susan said that how she grew up on wealth. That's before. That's after she said that how, she grew up in a poor home. These people mouth putting them in problem.
These brothers, from where I'm sitting, I could tell you guys honestly, we are in a way better place for this 5-year term of the PPP than we were in the last 5-year term of the PPP. It seems like we're going to have an interesting 5 years.
What do you mean, dog? What do you mean that, the best 5 year? Wait, break it down, bro.
And I want to see how long these ministers of the PPP government, how long is the Integrity Commission going to be able to sit silent and act as if they don't hear the many allegations of corruptions that are being pointed out amongst many of their ministers. Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa, alleged, Mr. Anil Nandalal, alleged, and Ms. Susan Rodriguez, allegedly. All of these corruption, we're going to look and we're going to see. I want you guys to understand, we are only in maybe the 4th month of the PPP, and look at how much has come to the light. So much that we didn't know. But what we knew is that something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The system was broken. And we knew that somehow the wealth, the proceeds from our oil, our gold, our bauxite, our timber, our precious stone, our manganese, it seemed to be stuck at the top of the ladder and has not been trickling down. And it seems like this year we are going to see it all. The longer the People's Progressive Party civics sit in power, it's going to be worse for their ministers, because at the end of this 5 years, Guyanese will never look at them the same. Well, maybe not the one Guyana slacktivists, but even today.
The man don't say activists. The man call them slacktivists. The one Guyana slackers, them slack.
Some of the slacktivists of One Guyana are opening their eyes and are realizing that they have been bought and they're being sold for cheap. Now, this is an article from the 2nd of January. Now, both opposing parties are now vowing to continue to expose corruption. Yeah, remember the last 5 years? We didn't hear from the Apnu for the first, let's say, 3 years of their tenure as opposition. Look at Mr. Norton today, out in full vigor because they needed the prompt. Azadi Mohamed is just giving everybody a nod.
It's the same thing I say, and I don't care what nobody say. If them used to do it back in the days, it was accountable, yeah. But it wasn't accountable like how it is today because we got something named social media. That is what we got. Yeah, people protest back in the days, tear gas, all them kind of pellet and them thing. Yeah, enough people dead. A lot of personal life was took. Standing up for Guyana, exposing the same exposure of corruption. Remember, it's a time shift. It's a time shift. And this is why I say rate Mohamed with grung. When he there upon the grung. You hear that what the man say? Can't joke.
Watch. This man who was said to be a political novice. The vice president said Azadi Mohamed was an imbecile and he couldn't string together two coherent sentences. The Blue Factor Canary today singing sweet tunes of corruption. Finally, we have true oppositions in Guyana. Now, this is what is reported on was reported on the 2nd of January. In separate New Year's messages, the leader of the People's National Congress, Aubrey Norton, and leader of the We Invest in Nationhood Party, Azadi Mohamed, will vow to continue to expose corruption of the government, international bodies, and international community. Please be on notice that the government, People's Progressive Party, Civic, the Integrity Commission, they're never going to investigate themselves.
Nope.
With the amount of corrupt deals, and with the amount of wealth that these ministers have been able to amass in these few years, if up until to date, the 6th of January 2026, the government of Guyana have not investigated, it means they're never going to investigate themselves, and we're calling on the international bodies, Commonwealth, CARICOM, OAS, and all other bodies, FBI, Homeland, the CIA, all other bodies to investigate. As you continue to see, at least come to check and check to see if what the ministers are saying is verifiable. In a New Year's message, Mr. Norton said, despite the abundance of oil resources, poverty still remains high throughout the country, while only a few benefit from the country's oil wealth. That is a fact, international bodies. He said that the New Year's presents and the New Year presents an opportunity for the government to reallocate resources to for the benefit of those who need it the most. 2026 offers the opportunity to reallocate the resources from oil in a way that the people of Guyana should benefit. In that regard, the government should change the pattern of allocation of resources from benefiting a few and making the rich richer and the poorer poorer. This is what Mr. Norton would have said. Azadi Mohamed, for his part, would have said he believes that his party has changed the political dynamics in the country, and I fully agree, and will not only fight for the poor, but will also hold the government
Shift the political dynamic. Jesus Christ.
to account. Win enters 2026 with a clear purpose to serve as a voice for the voiceless. We have highlighted numerous issues about schools and hospitals, health centers, mountain garbage, and many more, which the reactive government only addresses afterwards, Mr. Mohamed stated. He said despite the government's apparent efforts to stymie the election of the leader of the opposition, his party will continue to expose the corruption wherever it exists. What we would like to see happen is every time Azadine Mohamed pinpoint any corrupt deals, we would like to see the Apnu jump on it, Forward Guyana jump on it, and all opposition entities jump on it. Because the People's Progressive Party, Civic, are right now scripting serious narratives. And every single day you can see another new funk PPP because, they benefiting, come out and sing the praises of the government. So when Mr. Norton points out corruption, we need to reinvest in nationhood to support Mr. Norton. When the We Invest in Nationhood point out corruption, we need the Apnu to support We Invest in Nationhood. And as you guys continue to highlight, Eternity Enterprise will do our part from our position. But Guyanese brothers and sisters, it is a good time to be alive. We are going to be remembered as the generation that changed this country for the better. Because with all the work Hazadi Mohamed is doing, and with all the work Mr. R.B. Norton would have to do, they cannot do it alone. The PPP have their affiliates on courts, and they are willing, they are playing for keeps. They are going to do whatever the government asks them to do to continue to benefit at your expense. The more you guys sit silent, every day another new funk PPP is being born that will come on the media and try to script a narrative. The PPP has been known to control and monopolize the state's apparatus and monopolize even communities, polarized communities, by coming into communities, giving a few and exempting the others, giving the 10% and exempting 80%. And that 10%, by they've been finally able to breathe a sigh of relief because they're getting a little more flow of money into their life, they're going to do whatever they have to do to hold on to it, brothers and sisters. So it's going to take more than Azadi Mohamed and more than Mr. R.B. Norton, along with their other party members and the other MPs, to actually unscript the narrative of the PPP. The PPP has spread all over the country that everything is good, that they are now building houses for people. I wonder why people can't build houses for themselves. Must be the poverty. And they have the wealth to do it. They have the state resources to do it. They can build studios for their slacktivists and their sycophants to continue to spew their propaganda for the international bodies to listen to it. But it's up to you and I to actually put out information about the facts on the ground. Now, maximum respect to Azadi Mohamed for what he's doing. Remember, this man was a one Guyana man, This man was a big donor, him and his father, to the PPP. So, this man know the ins and outs. The man already exposed Mr. Nandalal for allegedly owning 40 buildings, higher than 50 buildings in Georgetown alone. The man highlighted Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa owning a big mansion on a sprawling plot of Guyanese land that Guyanese can't get, with luxury features and custom finishes. His son owning a mansion of the same magnitude as his father, sprawling plots of land that Guyanese can't get. Now you know our girl Susan Rodriguez always have to tell us something that we didn't know, and continue to say that the government delivered 50,000 plots of land to Guyanese, who many of them have been stuck with a piece of paper and haven't seen their land as yet. You now know that she owned multiple parcels of land, all alleged by the We Invest in National Party leader, along with big mammoth mansions, not only in Guyana, but it is now being alleged that she owned properties abroad. We are in a better place, Guyanese brothers and sisters. We are open the international community taking notes. The OAS, CARICOM, Commonwealth, the CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, because by now it should be evidently and crystal clear that the PPP, the Integrity Commission, are never going to investigate themselves. Guyana needs outside help. Keep the good work of Azadi Mohamed, Mr. Norton, and all oppositions in the Cooperative Republic. Godspeed.
Yo, Eternity Enterprise, big up your damn self, cause yo. You said it, bro. You understand? You said it. And like I said, you know what I mean? From you see one and you see two, is every one of them looking for live this lavish life? We ain't saying that a minister is supposed to live in good. You know what I mean? Like a person, he come out and the person is that any person that go into politics and come out rich, it's a thief. It's a thief. You understand? Me saying if the minister is supposed to live good, but the money not adding up with all of these things that then you see it with the next minister with he and his son, like the man said, you see it with enough of them, bro. Me like Jack Dio and telling them, man, or if I didn't tell them, man, yo, listen, y'all can't blast her in like that, you gotta calm down. Allegedly, if this is real. Mohamed showing all the receipts there, so I can't say the man lying. Receipts are showing. You know what I mean? But you leave your comments in the comment section, guys. Let me know what's your thoughts. Sure.
Anil Nandalal.
When a leader must hide behind the blanket of security, it's an admittance of his wrongdoings and the realization that his relevance to society is eroding. I want you to answer this question. And if you cannot do it publicly, within yourself and maybe your cabinet, what do you think is the worst that can happen to this nation if you succeed in extraditing the Mohammeds? And there's no fucking joke about that question. I want you to relay this message to the president. That if a man put the price or a price on the life of another man, it's demonic. If a leader bypass the judicial system like Ali did with the victims in Madhya and put a price on the lives, it's demonic. It's satanic. I'm the only person, Anil, that ever called for a judicial review on the actions of this president. I have no respect for him. The last election, I voted for Azruddin Mohammed.
Yeah, this thing tougher now, bro. And this is why I saying to myself, like, what is this banner like motive within trying to extradite Azruddin? Like, what is it really? This man causing any problem? Well, even before Azruddin start behave like how he behave, you understand? This man causing any problem? It down a little. What this man really doing? Just helping the people them, just ting. Now I could understand why y'all want to get rid of the man. But if y'all was, I saying to myself, if the PPP was really real from their heart and truth, you want to be kind this man truth, because this is a lie. And like I said, anybody who don't want to believe Muhammad and say, yeah, they believe that he went in this and killing and they don't, all right, wait, they don't believe that he's real. Well, I can't believe PPP. Real thing. I can't believe them if y'all don't believe Muhammad. I don't feel them got to go so hard towards it, but who am I? It's politics. I guess this is how politics is gone.
I was never in this camp. I spoke a little about him. Ali is a hooligan, a traitor, and a stooge of the United States government. I have no respect for any of you.
Yeah, man, as you hear the big man himself, you'll not tell this. You see, uncle don't play when he touch road. When uncle got to tell you mind, he got to tell you name Rai. Rai, big up yourself, uncle. Real thing I want to know, if you succeed by getting this man out of the country, what's going to happen? The country going to automatically be a better place than how it is today. You know what I mean? What's going to really happen? Everybody going to live better. All things going to get bright and beautiful. I don't think so. Saying that is to say that they got so much more things more important, bro, than wasting tax money on Mohammed. This is why you try to say wasting tax money on sad man. They got more important stuff to do. I don't know. It does sickening for us see. It just sickening. Real thing. But you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts on this, you know? As we continue.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. I just think that I should share my thoughts and on this whole problem that Guyanese have, especially the ones that are living abroad, who basically know nothing about what is happening here in Guyana. The social media specialists, the social media commentators, they keep saying that they want these Venezuelans to go back. They want these Venezuelans to go back. They want them to go back. Now, I make my joke on Gordon Mosley's page and say, man, I want to Spanish them to go back, whatever the case is, blah, 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 blah. In all joke and fun, I never had a Venezuelan girlfriend. I never had intercourse with any Venezuelan woman. So that is off the table. The point is that the Venezuelans, they're playing a major role in the economic advancement right now, infrastructure advancement right now. Look at me and them on e-bikes, like 4 of them, right? In our country. They are the driving force right now. They are 90%, I would want to say, in some cases, of the labor force right now in Guyana. I am literally driving down the road right now.
You got a point, but here we're going on now. We're making these one of them getting the more benefit with the jobs and the drive. Don't feel like Guyanese ain't got, which in they got some banning Guyana lazy, but come on, they got people that really ready to work. And we know for a fact that we heard that these Venezuela ban, these Spanish banner, they taking next to nothing. That is why you won't see a lot of Guyanese working, because if we from Guyana and you pay we next to nothing, we want we do. But these banner them here, so taking anything you want, we take anything like them in from Guyana. We supposed to get benefit.
Now, and the only set of people seen on the road right now are Venezuelans on the either catching bus or they're on the e-bike heading to work. Guyanese didn't even wake up yet. Now, the reason why I don't want the Venezuelans to go, because I know this for a fact. If you walk in a Chinese store right now, you will see that more than half of the staff, or sometimes all the staff, they're Venezuelans. They're Spanish speaking. You go to any store on Regent Street, you'll see the same thing. You go to any construction site, you'll see the same thing, guys. Now, I want you guys to understand, Guyanese don't like working. Guyanese don't like working hard at all. We turn now like them Bajans. You know, remember when we used to run to Barbados to work for the Bajans, because the Bajans them don't like work. They do Guyana right now in Guyana. Guyanese don't like working. So the Spanish them, or the Venezuelans mainly, they're here, and the Cubans, they're here working, picking up the mantle. You don't know how important what they are doing right now is for our economy. So all who praying that they go back to Venezuela, I hope when they do, I hope that you guys will pick up the mantle and finally come out and start working. Then they on the corner begging a man, a guy and do $95 $100 and $500. Them Venezuelans working. Those are the guys right now that driving the labor force right now in Guyana. Go any work site right now, any work site. If you don't have Venezuelan put that work site, don't talk back to me. So guys, be careful what you wish for. Just know that we need the Venezuelans right now, because Guyanese, again, I tell you, and there's no disrespect to, listen to me, no respect to my Guyanese brothers and sisters. We know this for a fact. We need to take criticism. We need to be critical of each other, whether it be negative or positive. We need to internalize the things that we're doing. We don't like work, especially labor work right now. Guyanese don't want to do that. Even the mining industry, the Venezuelans them more than Guyanese. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to get education. They don't want to do labor work. They don't want to do nothing. So y'all be careful what y'all wish for. But if the Venezuelans they leave, our economy can collapse because of the lack of labor. You got all the money in the world. If people don't want to work, it makes no sense. So Godspeed. I do hope when they do leave. I know a lot of women want them women leave. Them Venezuelan women leave. That's a problem. I talk about in terms of these persons who come here not for prostitution, but comes here. They actually come here to work, and 95% of them are here working. They're not into prostitution. Trust me, I can tell you that. All right, I am bilingual. I interact with these people. I know exactly what I'm telling you. Anyhow, the point is, be careful what you wish for. You want them to leave, hope you can pick up the mantle. If not, this country will be on economic infrastructure collapse. Godspeed.
Viewers and subscribers, as you guys just know, heard Mr. Caleb, Dr. Caleb, explaining and asking what you guys think, you know what I mean? Or basically he's saying that if the Venezuelans leave Guyana like we all want because of the capture of Maduro, and Venezuelans may be going back home to their country, or when they go back home, he think is a wrong bang because these are the man them who working more harder than Guyanese. These are the man them who pushing in the works more. And I just said, these man of them in Guyana, some of these man of them lazy. They don't like work indeed. But still, as a Guyanese, you can't want to give me next to nothing. And I feel why these man of them getting enough work is because they taking anything. But at the end of the day, them working still. But I want you guys leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this ass. I'm telling you. Anyway, this next video that we're going to jump in right now is causing disturbance in the US of A. It's a pastor and his wife, whereby a pastor and his wife went out to a fundraiser and they started to get backlash. They might ask me, fire what you mean by they went, and they get backlash just as right? The pastor wife was wearing an outfit that is out right now, whereby I know enough of y'all know this outfit. The outfit is look like if younger time clothes. I think they call it flesh color or something like that. But it looks just like your skin. They got different ones to your skin color, yeah. And this pastor, his wife, worn that dress that same night when they went out. And after that, all hell broke loose. Viewers and subscribers, take a look at this.
I thank God that she dresses like a first lady. I thank God for that. The lowering of standards are amazing. A preacher presented his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath.
As you guys could see the dress, right? That's how the dress really looks. But basically, it's not like it's her skin showing out or butt or breast is showing out. It's just that this outfit looks like it's like you're half naked then. You understand? Like you're half naked. That's the whole thing with the dress, but literally it's not exposing her. There's the whole thing with people running away with. They thinking that this dress is a dress whereby you're seeing her ass, you're seeing her vagina. You're not seeing these things. You know what I mean? Now after this, I'm going to give you my point with what I think about this whole scenario. Anyway, we continue hearing what the bishop got to say about this.
And I heard the preacher when he defended her dress by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. At least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife. And he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is a comment about my wife. My wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I said. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you. I'll wear this for you at home when we know the grandkids aren't coming. Because there is such a thing as decency. Decency. Y'all don't like me. But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him. But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs.
Well, basically, that's what the bishop said. You know what I mean? And the bishop go a little hard. I don't really like how he really, you know what I mean, said that how the man make his wife look like a $2 whore and all these kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I ain't like though. But this is what I have to say. The dress, nothing is wrong with the dress. Like I said, it's a flesh. They call it the flesh. Something, but wherever it is, it blend in with your skin to make it look like you're not wearing no clothes. Now, I don't have a problem with the dress. I would buy it for me wife and half a wear. Me ain't got a problem with it because it's not exposing you in no way. But what I got a problem with is that, remember when you're a Christian, being a Christian is taking yourself away from the world. When I say taking yourself away from the world, I'm speaking about drinking, smoking, partying, listening to certain music, you know what I mean, interacting in demon activities. Now, this is what I'm saying. If you is the first lady of this pastor that is a famous pastor, you have to carry yourself in a different manner. Remember, as a Christian, you're taking yourself away from the world and all its wickedness. So you ain't supposed to even dressing like that. You're supposed to cover yourself. They got enough skirt and these kind of thing, you know what I mean? Dress that would make you look sexy because she got a nice body, everything. But you don't have to be wearing the same things everybody wear. That's what I'm trying to talk about. That's the only problem I have with the dress that she has on. Otherwise than that, I don't have no problem with the dress that she got on. But I want you guys to leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what is you guys' thoughts on this, what you guys think about this whole situation here. Anyway, it was a pleasure being here with you guys. This is where I'm going to jump out. Like I said, if you watch the video so far, feel free to give the video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and put your post notification bell on so you'll be notified when we drop a brand new upload or when we go live. You know what I mean? Anyway, your boy Fire Feelings, or the Fire Feeling Clips TV. Salute to our real supporters. Until next time, see you guys.